Hello, everyone. I'm Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network, and I'm here to talk about Man-Eaters #2. I had the awesome opportunity to get an advanced copy of this and check it out. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Man-Eaters, it is I guess, kind of a feminist book geared towards the young female crowd, but it has it's really gotten my attention. Number one was amazing, and I'm even going as far as saying it's like the best new intellectual property I've read over the last 5 years. It's an amazing book. It has kind of an X-Men vibe to it, and basically what we're dealing with here is this is a book that where it takes place in a world where I guess the bacteria that cats carry has mutated and affected the female population in a way that whenever they get on their period, they become a giant, violent cat. Like it's not something that they can control. It's not like, oh, I'm a cat now, let's do some cat things. No, this is like they turn into like a big panther, like a kind of a werecat, and they become an animal. They attack and kill whoever's near them, that kind of thing. It hasn't really been explored that much as to what the cats can and can't do. We haven't actually really seen the cats yet. There's been kind of some flashbacks of, uh, young girls turning into cats, killing their families. Uh, and so we pick up in one. There's a young girl. I think she's like 12. Her name is Maud, and I'm kind of off about the name. I don't know of many 12-year-old girls named Maud, but anyway, she her dad is a cop. He's investigating a killing, which, come to find out, is a cat killing. The government has put like chemicals and stuff in the water to stop women's cycles from happening. And occasionally, I guess due to biology or whatever, one will slip through the cracks, and they have cat killings, and they have a task force that goes around and rounds up cats. Any girl who is known, they'll do like testing and stuff on a area of the population around the killing to try to find the girl who they know, is killing people as a cat. And so anyway, the book one ends. Spoilers ahead for book one. Book one ends with Maud having her first period, and it's like, uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Um, so anyway, book two is basically she's having cramping and all this stuff. Hasn't turned into a cat yet that we know of, and it's just her dealing with a lot of you know female issues and stuff like that. And meanwhile, her dad and mom are both on the law enforcement side. Her dad is, of course, single. They've been, separated for a while, but they all get together for dinner. There's a lot of really good interaction and stuff. Some of that awkward dad-daughter interaction. Just the book is interspersed with a lot of interesting, like little single-page doodles and stuff that she has done. Like she's done some drawings of her dad, and there's a lot of humor. Like, and I know me as a 34, almost 35-year-old man. I mean, I guess it comes across as funny as to how she's like portraying her father, and a lot of the stuff that's going on. They show it. I believe that like a teenage girl would find this book very awesome, but they write it in a way that if you are not like a complete, misogynist asshole, you will enjoy this book if you are a man. They've written it in a very relatable way. And, one of the issues that I've seen, like basically, a lot of people enjoy this book, but if you go into this book saying, I'm not going to enjoy this, you're not going to enjoy it. It's not for everybody. If you don't like books with a pro-women, pro-feminist undertone, then you're not going to like this book. It's really as simple as that. This book is not going to change your mind. You're not going to have a big epiphany. But this book is good. But I will say the cover that you see over here is actually a tampon doodled up like a cat. And I'll tell you that if the thought of a tampon on the cover of a comic book grosses you out or offends you in any way, this book is not for you. Otherwise, this book is an amazing book. Number 2 is awesome. Chelsea Kane is an amazing writer. She's actually an Eisner Award-winning and New York Times best-selling author. And Kate, I cannot pronounce Kate's last name to save my life. Namzik, I think, is maybe how we pronounce it. She does an amazing job with the art. It fits the story. It fits the atmosphere. And then, of course, the cover is by Leah Metternich. Amazing job on that as well. I'm not sure if that's drawn like computer or if that is actually a photo cover. But the covers are knocking it out of the park. This review has gone a little bit longer than what I typically will do on a comic review, but our first comic review on YouTube, I wanted it to be on a Man-Eater's book because, like I said, in my opinion, this is like the best new intellectual property to release over the last 5 years. I'm Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network. Thanks for watching. By the way, this book, 10 out of 10, hands down.